Okay, we should be good. Let's see this. Okay, it's nighttime right now. I think it's like, I don't know, like 12:30 in the morning. And I'm just going to ride around and tell you guys my experiences with Ducati. Alright, so hopefully it's not loud. Okay. So, I'm going to cut to the chase and just explain what's been going on with this whole situation with Ducati. Some of you may know. Well, not a lot. I bought this bike, in the beginning of the year. 2016 959 Panigale. White version. Duh. And I was excited. I still am kind of excited about it. But for a while I wasn't excited because I was afraid of getting on this bike. I was having issues, cold starting it. Sometimes it wouldn't turn over. I'd have to press it a few times. And I noticed this 2 weeks into owning the bike. The people at the Ducati dealership, which I first purchased it from, they told me, oh, it's the Ducati's computer, it's learning. You gotta just keep pressing starter, it will end up starting up correctly every other time. Or I don't know, something like that. That the computer's gonna learn over time. If not, to bring it in, they'll fix it by reprogramming it, whatever. So, 2 weeks was a long time ago. 1,778 miles ago. Those 2 weeks into owning. And, let me switch over. Since then, more issues started sprouting up. Like, one time I would put the key into on position and I notice it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. Like, you turn it on and it makes this priming sound. Like, the fucking transformer. Anyway, what ended up happening is it made a weird noise and it started acting weird. And the bike's always been weird. It's just been performing like weird, for lack of better words. But to be more specific, it would struggle on idle. It would sometimes shut off on idle. I'd be coasting, and it would just shut off. And that was really scary sometimes because I thought I would be stranded out somewhere. Or, what if I was coasting on a highway? I don't know, but you know what I mean. So, not only was it having trouble starting and it was dying sometimes on me, but it also had an issue with, like, electrical issue, right? So I was like, okay, what's going on here? Sometimes my dashboard, which you see, the instrument cluster, tachometer, was not even showing up. And sometimes it was. So that was really freaky to me. Here's the story. I was ready to bring it into Ducati. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was going to the place I originally bought this bike because they forgot to give me my passenger foot pegs, and my girlfriend was down here for a couple of days, and I really wanted to try to get her on the back of a bike with me. But so I called in. They said they got the foot pegs. Yeah, I can come and get them. Blah blah blah. They're like 50 minutes away, so I get ready, dress up, get ready to go out to get these damn foot pegs. What ended up happening is I'm going along this route, which I'm going right now, and I stop at a gas station, pump up, because another problem I had, I forgot to mention, was that it would show like I'm running out of fuel. I get the warning light and I'd get the low fuel light, and it would start counting up miles like as if I had no low fuel. And that's weird because when I started having that, no, I didn't even know what to think. I was still thinking there's some weird shit with the fuel not letting me start up. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, so I take a chance. I try to get to that dealership. I don't get anywhere. I get like fucking 10 minutes away. And I stop at the gas station. I fill up just to make sure that this fuel light thing isn't, you know, just some bullshit. And I'm not really at a low amount of fuel. And when I'm starting it back up, it's struggling. And then the more I keep trying to start it, the less and less it'll possibly like try to turn on. And sometimes it wouldn't even do anything. You hear the click noise when you press the button and it wouldn't start. Turns out I'm just like zapping the battery power try after try. And eventually I run out of battery power. GG. I'm sitting there, I can't do anything. Somehow I'm able to start it once after a little while of waiting. And the instrument panel isn't on. The bike is on, it's running, so I'm like, I'm going home, fuck this. I get my shit ready. I turn around, I'm going home, and I'm at the light. When I'm at the light, it dies, because I'm on idle, right? It's struggling to keep on. You know, it looks lame too, like the headlights can't even keep on and shit. It looks ridiculous. Do I get on the highway? Nah, I should keep talking. So, I have to walk this thing because it stalled on the light. People behind me, right? And they're like, "What the fuck, man? You got a Ducati and you stuck." Haha, laughing at me, right? At least that's what I think in my head. So, it's a red light. I might as well go. So, I'm behind a 7-Eleven, sit in the shade for about an hour. Ducati dealership finally comes through, picks me up, the local one here in Dallas, and they're really good guys. They end up figuring out the problem is. All it was a loose connection to my battery on battery terminal. Big whoop. But I ended up getting charged for that. So the whole point of this video is for me to shit talk Ducati. I wanted to shit talk the guys who sold me this bike, who didn't, I don't think they went through the entire PDI, which is the pre-delivery inspection checklist. They didn't do that. Why? Well, fucking AMS Ducati showed me photos of, you know, like loose, what's it called? Not loose, fuck the loose. They showed me pictures on the phone of the zip ties still on my reflectors, and they probably still are. And so that apparently, maybe that's one of the things that have to get checked off, you know, removed on the checklist. And then not only that, did they, you know, probably fail going through the checklist. And I'm pretty sure they did, because I got there and the bike wasn't even put together, and they let me out later, and like they didn't have a full test. I knew that the battery was probably an issue at that point. I mean, they scrambled to put this thing together. I was out the door. They forgot to give me the foot pegs, all that magic. Can't breathe. So I end up having my 600-mile service. The guys were mad, laughing at AMS Ducati, because, I mean, I even brought these issues up at my 600-mile service, but they, you know, the issues were non-existent, kinda. They basically, if it's not happening at that moment in time, they can't do anything about it. They said, bring it back when it has the problem, because at that time it did not have the problem. Oddly. Oh shit. So, I remember driving away from the service, you know. I'm supposed to have a warranty. I paid for the service. It was probably like 350 plus bucks. Shortly after, I had a freaking flat tire. I went to the same dealership to replace it. Where the fuck am I? Let's go right. So, fuck everything. Pretty much 2 different dealerships touched my bike, and one of the things that you're supposed to do on the service is just verify the battery. How the hell do you miss the loose terminal? Like, they saw that in like half a second at AMS Ducati. They took off a little plastic panel right before the battery terminals and just like wiggled it around, and they saw it was loose. I mean, gosh, man, the AMS Ducati guys are legit. And I don't think that the dudes up north at Plano were that legit, man. I mean, I had a dispute over a tiny paint chip with them because, you know, I drop off my bike at service and I come to pick it up and there's a paint chip. I ended up giving up trying to dispute it with them when the guy sat me down and let me look at some 5-minute segments in his video security system. Like, and in the video security, not only did I have, you know, I spent like 20 minutes looking through 2 hours of footage, but we skipped over a lot of stuff, and there was like footage that was blacked out. So, I mean, FML, right? Brand new Ducati, tiny paint chip. Everyone on the forum's like, oh, they should give you a tank, yo. No, more like fucking spanked me in my wallet. But anyway, so I really like AMS. Ooh, cops. I really like AMS Ducati because even though they charge me for the tow and this terminal repair, it really should have fallen under warranty. Let me follow the cop. Even though they charged me for the tow and the terminal repair, they were legit. They were awesome people. They didn't feel bad. Damn. Some shit's popping off right there. I'm like in the hood or some shit. What the fuck am I doing here? I was kind of mad at all this going on, so I wrote a letter to Ducati corporate. A letter. I use their contact form on their site, and I have a Ducati number, so hopefully they get back to me and they try to make things right, man. I basically said I was unsatisfied and this is ridiculous what they're doing. Should have been covered on warranty. Maybe I'll get a free Ducati jacket out of it, or maybe some new shoes, which I plan to go and buy some shoes tomorrow because my other boots they tore apart around the shifter. I'll show them off in another video when I do get new shoes. I'll probably get the cycle gear tomorrow. But yeah, that's my experience with fucking around with Ducati, and that's the reason I wasn't even riding this bike, is because I was afraid. Like, I was afraid. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna be able to get home or get stranded. You know, I understand. You know, getting a flat tire, that's not covered in the warranty. I gotta pay for towing, all that. But like when the bike just shuts down, battery issue, come on. There's a fucking battery problem. That's like the easiest thing to diagnose. Where the fuck am I, man? Where the fuck am I? Holy shit. Oh shit, there's downtown Dallas. Well, I guess that ends the rant. Well, I might as well say the good stuff. So this week was a great week. I took 2 days off from work, and my girlfriend came down from Seattle, and it was amazing. We ate as much food as we wanted, and I wish I was a lot more, you know, hungrier, because man, I was trying to eat more than I could possibly eat. And I got to take her to some nice spots. One place that I really like in Dallas downtown is called Happiest Hour. Took her that place. Got semi-drunk. Took her out for sushi. And today I went with a bunch of my friends. Ooh. Oh well. Went with a bunch of my friends to an escape room, which Dallas has like 50 of these places. But basically, if you don't know what an escape room is, they drop you in a room for about an hour, and they have you solve clues, riddles, puzzles, whatever. You're trying to beat like the lowest time that someone or a team has had to get out of it. I don't know how much longer this thing will record, but I might as well cruise through the city now that I'm here.